Hello everybody and welcome to this week's Markets to Watch from Smack the Markets for week commencing the 15th of February. So as we start the new week, we've got a number of key markets on holiday, namely the US with President's Day today, and that obviously resulting in a rather light fundamental schedule, not only just for the US session but actually right across the board today as well. So we could see some rather light trading in the early part of the week. So if we come over to the markets here and take a look at a few here that we could start to keep an eye on. Interestingly, this morning we've got some interesting divergences starting to come through in the precious metal markets. If we look at silver, you can see that silver here starting to look remarkably bullish and possibly looking for a test of that $28 level and then possibly a break through that towards that 30 price point again. Now, on the flip side, if we come back to gold, we can see that gold is looking quite bearish, and we now got lower highs and lower lows forming within the gold market. The trend structure not looking very easy here on and certainly not looking very clean on the gold market, but it does look like we could get another retest of that 1.8 level here in the near term on the gold market, even if we're going to see a bounce and a rejection here. At the moment, sort of price action doesn't look very bullish at all. However, if for a trading opportunity, I think silver is my preferred market out of these, because even when gold has been rolling over and has been looking decisively weak, silver has remained quite bullish and it's remained quite strong. Now I think the key levels here on silver are that key sort of 26 sort of area through here, and you can see that there's a structure level just north of that $26 level where the market sort of found support, and now we're starting to get a run to the long side. I think, however, if we can get above the sort of breakout of this sort of level, I've got a level in here probably about, as you can see through here, around 27.76. I think if we can get through here, then that sort of demonstrates that we've got enough strength coming through in the market. We'll also see evidence here of a trend starting to form on the 4-hour time frame and all those lower time frames as well. We've already got some sort of strength coming through into this market and trends starting to develop on the lower time frames. So getting through this level here does open the market up for a bit of a move up towards, well, up towards that $30 level, but in the meantime I think probably around sort of that 28.5 certainly gives plenty of distance there, and there's a sort of a nice trading window there to the long side. So keeping an eye on this breakout level here on silver. Once it gets above that level, then we'll certainly be looking at potential longs. Now if we come to the index markets, the index markets in early trade this morning have broken out to the long side. If we have a look at the Dow here, but the S&Ps and the Nasdaq have followed suit, and you can see that we've got this breakout of this this messy consolidation that the market's been stuck in for a week or so. This has happened now on light volumes through the Globex session. It's also happened on holiday days as well, so volumes are extremely light and the market's sort of broken out. I'd prefer to see from a trading perspective some sort of retracement, some sort of pullback into some sort of area of equilibrium. Now if we come down to these lower time frames, you can see here on the 60-minute chart we've got a bit of a level here where the market sort of tested a couple of times to the long side through this consolidation. It's an area around 31,450. I think if we get some sort of retracement, if the market did retrace back up into these areas and we start to see some evidence of support, then again that could be an area to start to look at potential positioning. Now if we come back to the currency markets, I think one of the interesting markets at the moment being the Aussie dollar. This market again has benefited from the strength in the Aussie for quite some time. We've had this sort of period now of sort of sideways to sort of weak momentum. This has really been driven by the strength in the US dollar since the beginning of the year, and now just recently over the past sort of week since we've seen that weakness in the dollar. The Aussie has actually sort of picked up again. Now this market is actually coming up to some interesting levels. If we come up to the weekly chart, you can see that we've got a sort of structure level just around the tops here, around the highs where the market is currently sitting, and you can see that it's quite a distinctive structure point for the market. So getting above here does really open up price for a new trading window to the long side, and of course in the context of a long trend as well. If you take a look at this on the monthly chart, we can see that from a target perspective we've not got a great deal away. If we can get this breakout going, then there's probably a fairly sort of easy move, or sort of trading window I should say, up to around that sort of just north of that $80 level. So you've got around that sort of $80 level where we've got some key structure from the past, and there's certainly some fairly distance, some decent distance to get there. Bear in mind this is a monthly chart, so those lower time frames have got plenty of room to run. So there's a few markets there that we're keeping a close eye on moving into the beginning of this week. Just to remind you here that on Wednesday we're running a live trading stream, and you're welcome to join. The link to join is in the description to the video below. So we'll cover an update on these markets as well as many other markets, and if you've got something to take a look at, then you can contact us on the session and we'll take a look at those markets too. Certainly hope it helps, and look forward to speaking to you on Wednesday. Bye for now.